This is exactly right.
Everyone loves the idea of spending an afternoon curled up with a good book.
Well, grow up, because it's almost impossible.
Luckily, you can take your next great story with you on Audible.
Audible has a massive selection of titles to choose from, including This American Life, new books by Michael Connelly, along with classics from Agatha Christie, and so much more.
Whether you want a mystery, a true crime story, or something completely different, there's always something new to listen to.
New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com/MFM.
Audible, stories that speak to you.
Goodbye.
Hey, everybody. Here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Starring Emmy Rossum as Alice Black, Furious follows a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, played by Lola Pettigrew, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
While Alice upholds justice, Catherine kills for it, terrorizing the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
With secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye.
And welcome
to Rewind with Karen and Georgia.
That's right. It is Wednesday. So we're looking back on old shows with all new commentary from us right now, updates, insights, whatever you might be looking for.
And today we're recapping episode number 34, which we named 30 Let the Bot. No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Look, it's right there on paper.
30 Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. Mm-hmm. That is illegal.
That is, we're going way out of our way.
Yeah, we got to stop. We should have been stopped. We should have been stopped.
They tried. So join us as we take you back to a day from history where not one fun or funny thing happened, September 14th, 2016.
Except for this podcast recording.
That's
because
right.
Now we can all be day one listeners.
So let's listen to the intro of episode 34, Let the Bodies Hit the 34. That is the worst. 30, Let the Bodies Hit the 4. So stupid. So stupid.
How do we start?
Let's focus on a pain-free hour.
Okay, I would love that.
Just a release. Let's imagine our lower backs, the muscles in our lower backs, red slowly turning to blue.
Thank you.
Slowly fading to blue.
Feeling
Release. Release your sciatic nerve pain.
Hi, this is Georgia and my butt is broken and Karen is trying to fix me.
Hi, I'm Karen. I'm not a trained doctor or professional in any way. I thought maybe if I talked in a certain weird tone of voice, Georgia's butt muscle would unclench.
It worked.
Are you okay?
I feel great. This whiskey might be helping too, but...
This episode might be a little, what we call in my family, hinky. Because Georgia has devastating back pain. And has been suffering from it for 2 days. This is real. This is real.
Totally. I've been suffering the back pain forever, and then my sciatic. Listen, it's real interesting. If anyone has cures, please
just explain it to him so that when you cry out and then we have to hit pause, they know what's happening.
I think I have a slip disc in my back for the past couple months, and it has eventually caused my sciatic nerve to be pinched, and I am in so much fucking pain.
At this moment?
Right at this moment, no, but it keeps like clenching, and then like I fucking can't. And I got an MRI today, and that's how I let everyone know that it's serious. Is that I got an MRI today? Like you're not just like I'm sick,
right?
Like
put a heating pad on it.
Yeah.
It's like no, I was in a goddamn machine.
Also, I'm sitting on a heating pad.
That's right, just like one of your cats.
It's my cat's heating pad.
It's very cute.
Thank you.
Make sure you don't get pinworms.
What's that?
Like when you hang out and share all your stuff with your pets, you get worms.
Like how my cat is sitting on that mechanical pencil with his asshole right now.
I put a pencil down.
Oh, yeah.
And Elvis came over and sat on it asshole first.
He didn't even sit. He placed his asshole on it.
Delicately.
Yeah.
And like a yoga instructor.
Purposefully.
Yeah. Asshole down and then the butt cheeks.
Okay. Is my immune system better or worse for living with cats who put their assholes on everything?
I say better,
right?
Because you're able to withstand, now that your body is filled with bugs, you're able to withstand more in the outside
Now that every
world.
inch of my body has basically been assholed.
Listen, I have two
Yeah.
shitty dogs
Yeah.
that I never clean, and I sleep with them every night.
Oh, yeah.
And every once in a while, I remember to change that pillowcase. And when I do,
Ooh,
I
yeah.
go, what do I have? I'm sure I have fleas in my ears.
Yeah.
Have they crawled into my brain?
I feel like
all
our,
these things.
Our
pass through
skin
my
would be
head.
a lot worse if we were really sick. Also, I've heard that, you know what I mean?
Pretty great skin.
Says the girl who has acne. I also heard that children who grow up around pets have much better immune systems. So I'm basically just a big child.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we're just trying to get back some of that youth that we enjoyed so much, surrounded by animalia.
Your back gets fucked up when you're older. What?
I know. You're not that old.
I thought I was gonna be young forever.
I think it's you just have some emotional releases. I think if
Yeah.
you took a sledgehammer to an old car or
Ooh.
screamed in certain people's faces, you're welcome to scream at me at any
Love to.
time.
I have said I want to open that business where it's just like you go in a like white painted room and there's just like dishes and a sledgehammer and like electronic equipment, and you just have 5 minutes to break shit.
I think they do that in Japan, don't they?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I feel like that's something I've seen on the nightly news.
Let's start this.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hey. Oh, I meant the business. I don't not the podcast. Hey, we might as well do both.
Is it housekeeping time?
Oh, yeah. Hey, this is My Favorite Murder with Karen and Georgia.
Oh, yes, yes. Did you know that?
I hope you knew
You
that.
clicked on it, motherfucker.
Or maybe your cat's asshole sat on your phone.
I guess the first moment of Corrections Corner, because that's why I might as well just always only talk about Corrections Corner. Listen, it turns out Seventh-day Adventists do give gifts. And I don't even remember talking about this.
I think it's Jehovah's Witnesses that don't. Let's go. Let's start next week's correction corner.
What if this is a double correction corner? No, it was. Let me find her because I just faved it because she was laughing and saying, "I am a Seventh-day Adventist. We do give gifts." I do know that long ago when I worked at the Gap, I worked with a guy who was a Seventh-day Adventist and claimed because of that he didn't have to work Saturdays. So maybe I do have some bitterness deep down.
Good for
and
him.
That's what yeah, because I was always standing there on Saturday like, where the fuck is Ramon or whatever his name was? But she really enjoyed that. She wasn't mad or anything or offended. But I guess maybe it's isn't there one of those religions that just doesn't
Jehovah's
observe
Witness.
any of the holidays that like they're just like we don't do your holidays?
Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
Do you want me to say it one more time?
I need to believe it. So you just keep on saying it, but it has to be me accepting it.
Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, okay. Jehovah's Witness.
As like two people who were raised pretty lax in religion, right? Like I'm Jewish and you're Catholic, but not hardcore.
We were
Oh, you
strictly
were?
Catholic. Yeah. I still remember the day my sister and I told my dad we didn't feel like going to church. And it was as if we were like, fuck you, mister. Like it was the fight we got into by going, we don't want to go to church today.
How old were
was
you?
Unbelievable. Like 18.
Oh my God.
Yo, yeah.
Wow.
Serious Catholic, Irish Catholic, old school bullshit.
When you go home, do you have to go to church?
I do go to church. Like I don't have to anymore because I already went through my pseudo goth mod punk phase where I wasn't able to commit style wise to any of those things.
Sure.
But I had the spirit in
They
me.
mesh. They all mesh.
Yeah. It's a lot of black tights and bad attitudes.
Eyeliner.
But now it's fun because like my niece, it's always something for my niece or a family party or whatever. So now I just play along.
That's cute.
And I also am more spiritual than I was back in those days when I just wanted to kick things with my big black shoes.
I'll go to temple. Yeah, after my bat mitzvah, I was like, fuck this. I will never go to temple again.
Right.
But now I'm like, okay. It's like not about believing in God. It's about having a community and history and all this spiritual bullshit.
I mean, I think it's natural to rebel against the structures of our youth.
Right.
It feels good.
So this has been Religion Corner with
Ding Dong.
With
Religion Corner.
Religion Corner. Oh, what was the other housekeeping you wanted to do?
So sorry to the Seventh-day Adventists. Is how that started. Also, this is episode 34, or as our listener Daniel at LFC West suggested we call it, so we will call it 30 Let the Bodies Hit the 4. Which is just a fucking great.
That's funny.
Well done you, Daniel.
That's funny.
Well done you.
Good job.
Also, I have to apologize because I called the band that we were in Entertainment Weekly with. Remember we were bragging out last week that we were in Entertainment. So we're bragging. And this is how I am, where I'm like, me. And then I'll skim other things and speak on it as if I know what I'm talking about. Well, so I called the band that we were in Entertainment Weekly with, I called them Sunlit Youth.
Right.
The name of the band is Local Natives.
And that's their album is Sunlit Youth.
The album is called Sunlit Youth. They're local natives. They're an LA native band.
They're also huge.
They're huge. We had lots of people telling us the mistake I made. And
I didn't know.
It's super embarrassing because it just makes me feel like someone's weird aunt that's trying to hang out at like a teenage party.
Well, that's us. That's a description of us.
Fuck.
We're someone's weird aunt who's trying to hang out at a party.
God damn it. It's your exact. There's a lot we have to face during this episode. And thanks a lot, Local Natives, for really making me get in the face of my own. But here's the upside of that.
Okay.
The band Silver Sun Pickup started following us on Twitter.
Shut up.
Which must mean, right? You wouldn't follow unless it was an accident. That happens to me sometimes where you just touch a thing and suddenly you're following it. But there is a chance that the people that belong to the insanely amazing band Silver Sun Pickups listen to this podcast.
Who got their name from the Silver Sun liquor store in Silver Lake, right by where we're at right now.
That's right. So,
yeah.
I mean, let's focus on the mistakes I haven't made yet.
Indie bands love us.
Is that true?
We're your aunt. Listen, we're your aunt. We support you.
You gotta love your aunt coming and standing at your show with the big purse and her arms crossed, just actively supporting,
and then telling you later who she saw in the past, like what band. I saw Elliott Smith. Come on,
girl. I mean, who haven't I seen?
Yeah,
I was there back in the day when Beck walked on stage during that one John Bryan show at the old Largo. I could tell 50 stories like that.
Don't.
No, I can't. I won't. I would never do that to you. You already have so much pain.
Okay. It's funny how you're the housekeeping person.
Well, it's always my mistakes.
No, what's always is that I won't cop to my mistakes or apologize for them.
Badass. I will try to do that more. Mine are so blatant that people are like, "Hi, I love you. Don't be mad," but you completely fucked this up.
Yeah. But you know what? That's in the past. Who listens to episode 33? Nobody.
Oh my God. It's just like so old.
It's like so last week.
It's so our dumb aunt.
I slept through therapy today.
It's a good sign.
It's a great sign.
That's always a good sign.
I mean,
blow off therapy.
I forgot therapy and my therapist texted me and was like, "Hey, I had you down for 4." And I was like, I'm on pills.
I do that probably every other week and I have no excuse.
You know what? Actually, I had this really amazing therapist recently. Not amazing. She and I didn't work out, but I liked her. And she said to me, like, I have this thing about being late. I'm never late and it stresses me out. And I get so angry with myself when I'm late. And I showed up to my appointment, like not even 10 minutes late. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm a fucking idiot. And blah, 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 blah. And she was like, tell me why it's like, what's wrong with being late? Or like, tell me what you should say to yourself about being late. And I was like, oh, like, I should say, like, it's okay. No one's a blah, blah, blah. And like kept saying things. And she was like, nope. And finally I was like, what would I say? And she was just like, it's okay. That's it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It
It's
is.
okay. Everything's okay. It's not like you don't have to reason with yourself. I missed therapy today.
It happens.
It's okay.
If you have something else going on, like you have to give yourself a break that this isn't standard time.
Yeah.
You have crazy back pain that's keeping you from like getting up to get a glass of water.
Yeah.
So yeah, you might be fucking 10 minutes late for something.
And even if I'm five minutes late because of whatever the fuck reason, it's okay.
It's okay. It like the world, you know, I have to say, my dad said this great thing to me one time when I was super crazy, had just flunked out of college, I really felt like the world was like melting around me. And he goes, and of course I had to like borrow money from him. It was like, I basically felt like the biggest failure. And like I was always going to be that moment. I was probably 21 or 20. And I just stamped myself permanent loser.
Yeah, it defines you think at that age, it's a defining moment.
Yeah. And thank God at the end of this phone conversation, my dad goes, hey, listen, really, honestly, in 100 years, nobody's going to remember this. And then I was like, oh. And that is the best advice.
Yeah.
Like live your life knowing that in 100 years, like it's so scary to some people. Like, oh, we all die and in 100 years I won't be remembered. Yeah, but also you won't be remembered.
Yeah.
So fucking relax a little bit.
Or you will be by your like great grandchildren and they'll be like, my grandma was a fucking badass.
Yeah.
She did this and this and this. I'm not gonna be like, can you believe my grandma didn't graduate college?
Right.
No,
not at all.
Did you see that my dad texted me that he's listening?
Yes, you told me that.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Can I read everyone who's not following us in all the places? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? What he said. He said, started listening to your podcast and wow, your voice is great. The interaction is terrific. Let's talk when you can. Love, Dad.
For further notes.
Yeah. Yeah, right. But he also signed it, Love, Dad. I was like, oh, thank you. Oh, then he said,
he signed a text.
yes,
Classic.
which everyone loved. And then he said, you go, girl. Not fucking kidding.
Yes.
I wanted to call in when you talked about not sitting next to a window to avoid being crushed by an out of control car crashing on top of you, and add that I always sit facing the door at like a restaurant.
Yeah.
So I can see whoever is coming in to assassinate me or worse.
Your dad said that.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting to the root of some stuff.
Anxiety.
Marty's got it.
Yeah. And I was like, can you please call and like talk, like leave me a voicemail about how you deal with anxiety or whatever. So I hope he's okay with me reading that. Anyways, so should we?
We'll mark this, Stephen, for a potential edit that we'll never make. Well, hey, here's the thing, though. There's nothing to be embarrassed about because this is the human condition. I told you that, right? When my therapist told me once that our reptilian brains are built to scan for present danger and then review for past mistakes.
Ooh.
That's all your brain does constantly.
Yeah.
So when you are in that mode of like, you are looking around to see if a car is coming or what lunatic is coming in the door, that is how the human brain works. So we survive.
Yeah.
That's how the saber-toothed tiger doesn't eat us. That's the reason the Hardstarks are here.
Yeah.
And the Kilgariffs are here is because our brains did that correctly.
Yeah.
So if that means that we have a bunch of anxiety because in this day and age, there aren't any wild animals that are about to jump on our backs and it doesn't sync up that much, then yeah, give yourself a break.
Yeah. But there are murderers. And so we're going to talk about those murderers.
Yeah.
After a quick break, we're going to get to our favorite
Skipper.
saber-toothed tiger murderers.
This week, it's all saber-toothed tigers.
Be right back.
And we're back learning that Marty Hardstark has a little bit anxiety issue, maybe. He learned it through listening to the show where his daughter talks about her anxiety issues.
Yeah. I mean, they match. It's almost like they're chromosome matches, DNA matches.
Does Marty have any back pain or sciatica issues like you?
He definitely has back pain. Listening to this episode or re-listening kind of like hurt me because that sciatica time period, I look back on now and realize it was a lot of it was stress and anxiety.
Yeah.
And so I want to like go back to Georgia back then and tell her to read The Body Keeps the Score.
Yeah.
She needs to be going to acupuncture for stress management. I mean, and deal with shit in your life. That's like when the therapy was the most intense and important in my life.
Yeah.
I was in so much fucking pain. Red light. Also, everyone, red light. Do red light therapy.
Does red light help for back pain?
Oh my God. I use it every night. Yes.
Wow.
Red light is incredible.
Oh, that's great.
Infrared light. Don't just like take a light bulb and
Have you ever tried an infrared sauna?
Yep. I have a sauna sleeping bag that I just or infrared sauna sleeping bag that I just fucking tuck into sometimes with cats because they love it and go to sleep. It's incredible for my back.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I've been looking at those. They seem good.
All right, let's get into Karen's story. This is yet another epic, awful story of one of the worst.
Yeah.
This is Karen's story about Richard Speck.
Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have like 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
Summer's for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
If you need an oil change, make the smart stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change before you hit the highway.
Their trained techs can help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
That means they're checking important things before you're halfway to your aunt's house with no cell service.
And these aren't just any techs. Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
The best part, you can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
So before your next long summer ride, pull into Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye. This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye. I'm pretty certain. Oh, I closed my computer because I'm pretty certain you're first.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could actually.
Don't you dare. I don't like it being.
We don't care.
I like it never knowing.
There was somebody actually. Wait, are we back?
Sure.
There was somebody. There was somebody that wrote in that was like, every week you guys don't know who it is. Why don't you just do even odd number system?
I know.
And it made me laugh out loud. I was like, dude, first of all, without looking, I knew it was a guy.
Yeah.
And then secondly, I was just like, first of all, enjoy the charm of not knowing.
Yeah.
Enjoy the fact that what we're doing here is like sussing it out as we go every time. And who wants a number system?
Also, here's what would happen. Wait, are you even or are you odd?
Hold on. What day is it?
I'm even.
I thought it was the 24th.
Is this number 35? So I'm even and you're odd.
No, but I thought that meant that if you were even, I go first.
Right.
There's your number system, superstar.
That's worse. So, Karen.
But thanks for the suggestion.
Yeah. So you go first this time. I'm pretty certain it's you.
Well, because I last week was beating myself up for being such a lazy pants Marie.
Stop it.
I did what some might call, I believe on other murder podcasts, they call heavy hitters.
Yeah.
I'm this week bringing you the mass murderer, killer Richard Speck.
Hey.
Do you know him?
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Yeah.
Just shout it right into the microphone when you have pain. Everybody wants to hear it.
Are you being mean?
No. I mean, like, it's going to be part of it. That's
okay.
It's
am
gonna
I
make
excited or am I in extreme pain? That's going to be the...
Well, just do what you feel.
Okay.
But don't edit yourself.
I don't know a ton about Richard Speck, so I'm really excited about this.
Richard Speck has, on his Wikipedia page, there's a couple pieces of information that are some of my favorite sentences I've ever read. For example, when he was 6 years old, his father died of a heart attack, and his mother remarried a peg-legged drunk with an extensive criminal record who she met on a train.
Say that again?
She remarried a peg-legged drunk with an extensive criminal record who she met on a train.
Oh my God.
Now, this was long ago enough that there were still peg-leggers around.
I mean, and you meet people on a train.
Yeah, and he's a drunk. So
Yes,
it's like,
yeah.
This guy seems fun and like he's making the most of life.
Do you think you... Oh, God, I have so many questions. Go on.
I know. Well, also, so... You know, if he's a peg leg drunk, that he's probably not going to be the best stepdad in the world.
I mean, when back then was a stepdad a good stepdad?
I know. This was really dark days for any kind of secondary parenting, I think.
It's funny how even today you hear of a stepdad and you're like,
Ooh.
but then they're like, no, he was like, you have to tell someone that this is your stepdad, but then say like, but he's amazing.
He's a good kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a dirty word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, do you have a stepdad?
No, my mom has had a boyfriend for like 10 years who's like the best dude.
Great.
My parents divorced when I was a kid and luckily never found anyone else to marry them. So I got lucky.
You didn't have to deal with any of that shit.
Stepkids, stepdad parents.
Weird, strange teenagers that now live in your home.
No.
You're supposed to call them brother and
Like
sister.
they dated, but like it was fine. And now my mom's boyfriend's like the coolest dude.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom's boyfriend is totally a positive phrase. And my new stepdad is a nightmare situation.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So he, when he was in third grade, the whole family moved to Texas, and they would have 10 different addresses in 12 years.
Whoa.
So the peg leg drunk didn't work out so good. He was obviously drunk, very angry, very abusive, and also had a bit of a criminal background, was a forger, and just an all-around Texas superstar. So because of that, Richard started drinking himself in sixth grade.
Oh my God.
And dropped out of school when he was 16. So dark start, early and bad. So I'm just going to try to go through these very quickly. His crimes in Texas are as follows. When he was 19, he met I guess that is. When he was 19, he met a 15-year-old girl at the state fair, and 3 weeks later, she was pregnant.
Dude.
Technically, that's statutory rape.
Yeah.
When his daughter was born, his wife didn't know that he was serving a 22-day sentence for disturbing the peace after a drunken melee. A phrase I feel like they only use on Wikipedia. When he was 21, he was arrested for forgery and burglary and sentenced to 3 years, but paroled after 16 months. A week after his parole, he attacked a woman in a parking lot of her apartment building with a 17-inch carving knife.
Is that his first like attack against a female?
Yes. As far aside from family, they said that he was very abusive within the family.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was just because the whole family was all fucked up down there once they moved to Texas. But this is his first adult assault
because it's
against a
so
woman.
weird to go from like I don't think a lot of people go from like burglary and like fighting outside of a bar to like attacking a woman alone.
Actually, burglary is a very common first and especially for serial killers.
Really?
They start in burglary, yeah.
Just to see if they can.
It's like invading people's space, and then it kind of goes further. But you're right about the drunken. Usually, you think just somebody that's kind of drunk isn't going to suddenly pull what is over 1.5 foot long knife on someone.
Jesus.
Isn't that kind of a sword? That's a really fucking long knife.
When do we go from knife to sword? Let's get it down.
How long is a sword? 2 feet?
You're asking the wrong. I watch the knife show sometimes, but I'm usually.
I've watched it with you, Cutlery Corner.
Oh, Cutlery. Oh, that's a good show.
God damn, that's a good show. So she got away, luckily, but he was convicted of aggravated assault, given a 16-month sentence. That's it was supposed to run concurrently with his parole violation sentence. But due to an error, he was released from prison just 6 months later on completion of his parole violation. I don't think this kind of stuff happens as much here in modern times as this
Which
whole
part, the error?
Yeah, this weird paperwork jail error
they
shit.
Spelled
that
your
we
name
hear
wrong.
About. Yeah, and
Spelt?
suddenly you're free to go.
Yeah, I hope not.
All right. So he gets out of prison. He works for 3 months as a driver for Patterson Meat Company. He has 6 accidents with the truck before he's fired.
Shit.
After failing to show up for work. Now,
That's what they fire him for?
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess the accidents, he always had a good reason. I mean, I think this guy is he's good at talking. He's a bullshitter.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, a fast talker.
He's not one of them low IQ dudes.
No, he's not one of those.
Okay.
I don't think, no.
Okay.
So in December 1965, on the recommendation of his mother, he moved in with a 29-year-old woman who was an ex-professional wrestler herself and a bartender at his favorite bar, Ginny's Lounge.
She sounds like a fucking badass.
I would love to see a picture of her right now. I would love it.
I want to hang out with her.
She also needed someone to babysit her 3 children.
What?
So Richard Speck was her man.
As you do. You pick the fucking ex-con.
Yeah, instead of
man.
hiring a teen girl babysitter, you go ahead and get a guy that hangs out at the bar that you bartend at.
What the shit, man?
Guys in Texas in the 60s,
Dude.
get your shit together.
Ixnay on the Upits Day. Am I wrong?
Okay, so I lost my place. So a month later, his wife files for divorce. The same month, Richard Speck stabbed a man in a knife fight at Ginny's Lounge. He was charged with aggravated assault, but his attorney that his mother hired for him got the charge reduced to disturbing the peace.
How hilarious is that stabbing someone is disturbing the peace?
You know what? It is disturbing.
It is disturbing.
And I had peace before you did it. So technically, that was a real good lawyer. So he was fined $10 and he was jailed for 3 days. And
oh my God.
Oh, no, sorry. He was fined $10 and then he was jailed for 3 days after he failed to pay that fine.
Oh,
Jesus.
my Lord.
They're letting him off practically scot-free and he's still going, hey, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So that was the last time he was in police custody in Dallas. So this is kind of an amazing crime. On March 5th, 1966, he buys a 12-year-old car, and then the next night, he burglarizes a grocery store, steals 70 cartons of cigarettes, sells them out of the trunk of the car in the same grocery store's parking lot. Then he abandons the car. So the police trace the car back to him and issue a warrant for his arrest. But that arrest would have been his 42nd in Dallas.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This sounds like the plot of Raising Arizona.
It's...
Am I wrong?
Son, I believe you got a panty on your head. The best movie of all time. I love him so much. I love him so much. Okay, so his sister drives him to the bus depot and he gets a bus and he takes a bus back to Chicago where he still has family. Because they're like, you got to get out of town or you're done for.
Yeah.
42 arrests. So on March 16th, 1966, he finds out that his wife got remarried 2 days after divorcing him. And at the end of that month, he gets detained by the police for threatening a man with a knife in a bar. So Richard Speck, in a sentence, he's all about bars, knives, and getting arrested.
Yeah.
It's his passion. So this is his fresh start in Chicago, by the way. So on April 3rd, he breaks into the home of a 65-year-old woman in Monmouth, which is where his sister lives, and that's why he's in this small town in Illinois. And she comes home at 1 a.m. because she's been babysitting.
Mm-hmm. The right babysitter. This is who you pick.
Yes, an old lady babysitter.
Yeah.
She walks in the door. There's a man standing in her house.
No.
6 foot tall white man, as she describes him, who was very polite and spoke very softly with a southern drawl, who blindfolds her, ties her up, rapes her, ransacks the house, and steals the $2.50 that she had earned babysitting that evening. So then on April 9th, a woman named Mary Kay Pierce, who is a 32-year-old barmaid who worked at her brother's tavern in downtown Monmouth. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. She was last seen leaving that tavern at 1:45 in the morning. She was reported missing on April 13th. Her body was found the same day in an empty hog house behind the tavern, and she died from a blow to her abdomen that ruptured her liver.
Whoa.
So Richard Speck frequented that bar, and he helped build that hog house.
Oh, no.
That was one of the jobs he got, was a carpentry job his older brother helped him get when he moved to town. So the Monmouth police briefly questioned him about this woman's death. But when they show up to the Christie Hotel, he loves to stay in these flop houses. That's through the whole story. He has left town. But when they search the room, they find a radio, costume jewelry, and other items that the 65-year-old woman had reported missing from her house after her attack.
Right.
So now they know. And then they also find other personal effects that are related to other burglaries in town. So they know this guy has done all of this.
Totally.
So
why did he leave all that shit behind?
Well, because he had to get out of town because he had killed this woman, essentially.
Okay. All right.
And then he was like, hightails it out and then just doesn't care.
Yeah.
So also he's a crazy drunk.
Right.
So he's not a good planner.
Right.
Or probably packer. So he leaves that small town, goes back to Chicago to stay with his other sister, Martha. And Martha had worked as a pediatric nurse before she got married, which is just an interest to me, was an interesting note for later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
That's right. So he goes and he joins the Merchant Marines. His brother-in-law recommends that he does that. So it's like, it's consistent work, you know, like it's kind of like when fuck-ups join the army and to get a little something in them. So it's kind of the same idea.
Not that all army people are fuck-ups.
Not in the least.
Please don't send us.
No. We support the troops in every way.
However, sometimes.
More than most, actually.
I mean, really.
But this is like and this is also a thing back in the day. Like you join the Merchant Marines when you're kind of listless and you don't, you know, it's like it.
My brother did it, and now he's the best fucking person ever.
Yeah.
So I get to talk about it.
So you get credit.
Yeah. I got to talk about it and not get hate mail.
There's so many ways to make mistakes when you have a podcast and you're just trying to talk.
And you're just speaking and you just piss everyone off.
I really support the Marines. I guess I want to. All right.
Sorry. I deviated from the.
It's really something people used to do. Did you see Llewyn Davis? He was trying to get on a ship. He was like a loser musician.
Yeah. No,
it doesn't matter.
We're not bad people.
Oh, yeah, we're really good people. Okay, so he joins the Merchant Marines. He gets on a ship. 4 days later, he gets appendicitis, and he has to get airlifted to a hospital. So he stays in this hospital for 2 weeks after his surgery, and he loves the attention he's getting from these nurses. And while he's there, he meets and befriends a 28-year-old nurse's aide named Judy. So once he gets better, he goes back onto the ship, but he is a drunk, and he's also takes pills. So there's lots
Sounds like me right now.
Yes, it's totally you. And he had really bad sciatica. What? Oh my God, it says it right here. On the ship, he gets drunk. He exposes himself to other crew members.
Gross.
He gets into fist fights.
Nobody wants to see that shit.
Again with the knives. He's all over the place with the knives. And then finally he gets drunk and yells at a superior officer.
Yeah.
So they what they call put him ashore, which to me visually is so hilarious. Of like the boat pulls up and fucking kicks him off, and he gets like stranded in Upper Michigan.
Holy shit! They just like boot him off. The boat.
They're just like, get the fuck out of here.
Wow, they later dated him so hard.
So hard. So, he goes and finds that woman, Judy, the nurse's aide, Judy, that he met at the hospital.
Judy.
And he ends up staying at her house. She says the entire time he stays with her for like 2 weeks, she says he's a perfect gentleman, showered her with gifts, took her to dinner, and was amazing. And at the end of the trip, she lent him $80 so he could take the train back to his sister's house in Chicago.
All right.
That's the only nice story that you're going to hear about Richard Speck.
I'm glad Judy's okay.
Yeah, she did fine. He gets back on June 30th. By July 11th, he's overstayed his welcome, and his sister kicks him out of the house. So he goes down to the Maritime Hall to get another job on a ship, but they keep saying he has assignments, and then they fall through, which must have something to do with the fact that he got kicked off a ship already. Yeah. At one point, so he's just kind of wandering around. He has nowhere to go. He's broke. So his sister and her husband come visit him on July 13th. She gives him $25. They sit in her car and have a conversation. And while they do this, they're sitting outside a townhouse that is also serves as a student nurse's dormitory.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So basically they have a conversation, which I would imagine would be, you got to let me come back because I have nowhere to go. And the sister's like, fuck no. Oh, you're a lunatic. Here's $25. See ya. And would not want to be you.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
see you and would not. No, it's hilarious.
So he takes the money, he gets a room at a flop house called the Shipyard Inn, and then he starts day drinking, which we know never goes well. Does it?
For them, maybe no. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean,
for me,
it's just like, it's just the promise of an amazing nap. That's all it is.
That's true. For me, when I used to drink, I just knew at some point, if I started drinking like around noon, at some time in the evening, I would be trying to hit someone in the face. That's me, though.
See, I'm like noon to 3, hard nap to 5 or 6, take a shower, go out again.
Get back on that horse.
Or just hang out at home. Yeah.
Or watch some quality TV.
Yeah.
Okay, so what he does instead is he day drinks.
Oh, no.
And he starts following a 53-year-old woman from bar to bar who is also day drinking.
Sure.
And finally, he propositions her at the last place that they're at. He gets her to come back to his room with him, rapes her, steals a black $16 mail order 22 caliber ROM pistol. There's a lot of detail.
All
on
of
that.
those. Say that again. Black.
Well, I cut and pasted that, so I didn't realize that they were going to describe this fucking gun to the T. But
mail order is the problem. This is the sticking point for me.
This is, you know what? I wish I could give a critique on every Wikipedia page because there's so much overwriting and backwards describing.
But I believe the thing that stuck out for me. Yes, you are correct about all of that, but that you could just mail order a gun.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess there's a knife TV show, so why couldn't there be a fucking...
We gotta have our weapons as Americans.
Yeah.
And by any means possible.
Sure.
Okay, so after he attacks and brutally rapes this woman and steals all her shit, he goes and eats dinner. Then he goes back to drink at the Shipyard Inn Tavern until 10:30 at night. Then he goes back up to his room and gets dressed entirely in black.
Oh, no. That can't be anything good.
I mean, he's not a goth.
He's not a ninja.
He's armed with a switchblade and the stolen gun. He walks 1.5 miles back to the townhouse where he was having the conversation with his sister. And it's a dormitory. I already said that, but it's functioning as a dormitory for nursing students for South Chicago Community Hospital.
Oh, honeys.
So he cuts open the screen on a back window. So this
screens, man. Screens are troublesome.
Yeah. He cuts open the screen, crawls in the window, walks up the stairs, and knocks on a bedroom door. And a woman named Corazon or Cora Amuaro opens the door and sees a man standing there holding a gun to her. And he pushes into the room. There's 2 other women in bed. He gets them out of bed. And he gets them to come out of the room at gunpoint and go into a bigger bedroom in the back. And then he goes into these other rooms. He finds women. I'm sure that they screamed or made some weird noise. He goes basically into each room, collects up all the women that are in this dormitory and puts them all into this back room. And then which is to me, I think as I was reading this, kind of a crucial point, he turns off the light in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Then he lights a cigarette and sits on the floor. He has them sitting in a semicircle. And he very, again, politely and in his quiet southern drawl, starts explaining to them how he's not going to hurt them. He just wants money. He's trying to leave town. He's just going to get a bunch of money from them. And then he puts out the cigarette, stands up, takes out a switchblade, and starts cutting up a sheet. And he ties the hands and feet of all these nursing students. And then he picks up the first girl and like to go as if to say, you know, we're going to go get your purse. Like you're going to get me your money.
Yeah.
And her name was Pamela Wilkening. And Pamela fucking spits in his face and says, I will be able to pick you out of a lineup.
Oh no.
Yeah. God bless her soul. He takes her into the other room and he starts to rape her. And 2 other nursing students who had just come home walk in on them. So he pushes Pamela down. He takes the other 2 into another room and strangles and stabs them and kills them and leaves them in that room. Then he goes back to Pamela, stabs her once in the heart.
Oh, honey.
Then he goes back to the group of women that are waiting in the room.
And they have
tied
no
up.
idea.
They have no idea, but you know they're hearing noises.
Totally.
And it's that thing where I honestly think that because a lot of people talk about that, why would there were 8 nursing students sitting in a circle. But first of all, he had a gun on them. And it's that thing of like, I don't want to hurt you. I just need money. So everyone's thinking, and they're nursing students. So they know psychologically you want to be complicit. Like, you want to go
cooperate.
along, keep him calm.
Yeah.
Clearly he's probably drunk. He was probably very overtly drunk and he was on speed.
Yeah.
So they were probably just trying to keep everything like doing what he wanted, trusting that he was doing what he said, which of course he fucking wasn't.
Yeah.
So he goes back in and he just keeps taking them out one by one. And at one point, Cora, the one who opened the door first, gets out of her ties and rolls under a bed. Yeah. And just stays in there. And then as he's taking them out, they're hearing noises and they all they don't know what to do. They're staying really quiet. And she describes all of this later on.
Yeah.
Basically, the second to last woman he rapes in the room. So she sees and hears it. And then he kills her. And she is just pressed up under a bed against the wall praying.
Yeah.
So all in all, he killed 8 women that night. Pamela Wilkening, who was 20, Patricia Matuzik, who was 20, Nina Jo Schmally, who was 24, Suzanne Ferris, who was 21, Mary Ann Jordan, who was 20, Merlita Gargulo, who was 22, Valentina Passion, who was 23, and Gloria Davy, who was 22. And then he walks out the front door. He throws his knife into the Calumet River and he goes home and goes to bed.
What the fuck?
Thinking that he has committed the perfect crime because he killed all of the women. Mm-hmm. But he didn't because Cora was still under the bed. She waited until 6 a.m. and then she opened a window, started crawling out the window, screaming, "They're dead. All of my friends are dead."
Oh my God.
There's a woman across the street who was doing laundry in her house and hears what she thought a baby was crying. And she opens her front window and sees Cora out the back window, just screaming out the window. So she goes over there, Then she wakes up like the house mother for all that, the dormitories. And this fucking house mother walked through the house.
Oh, fuck.
Seeing every room there was a different dead body. I mean, it was a disaster. When the police finally came, the policeman who was first on the scene had only been on the force for 18 months.
Oh, no.
So he walked through and when he came back out of the house, this is actually kind of fascinating. Back then they had reporters who would listen to the police radios and they would just drive around and like, you know, there was a house caught on fire or whatever.
Yeah.
So this guy that was the reporter that heard this call was there probably 5 minutes after this first cop. And when he got there, he said the guy had his hat on backwards. His shirt was untucked. He was walking in circles. He was completely in shock. And the guy said, "What's going on?" And he said, "They're all dead." And they said, "Go look." And so this reporter walked into the scene. And so he actually talked about it where he said there was so much blood in the hallway that it came as you walk through the hallway because it was coming out of the rooms.
Oh my God.
That you would step down and it would come up over the sole of your shoe and to the top of your shoe.
Fuck.
And they were in every single room. It was so when the rest of the cops finally appear, there's some cops outside and their cops would walk into the house and then come out and throw up. And then the other cops that hadn't gone in yet were giving them shit like, "Oh yeah, you know, maybe you've been on the force too long." Then they'd go up and they'd come out and throw up. And every single cop that arrived on the scene vomited.
You think one would be like, "I'm going to stay out of there."
Where they have to go in.
Right.
This is the fucking job. So that's what a nightmarish, insane. And also, this was 66. This was before Manson. This was before anything.
There was no spree killings back then. Or
not really. Or like the ones that they'd had, like the in cold blood one where it's like a family, but they were like in those beds and it was gunshot wounds. This was like a knife and strangulation and just extreme.
Fuck.
So, but there were fingerprints all over the scene.
Yeah.
So, and the FBI comes in immediately. So they find out that it's Richard Speck, like within 3 days of the attack, they have his picture. They also have the picture that Cord described him to the cops.
Right.
And those two pictures run in the newspaper alongside the information that he has a tattoo on his forearm that says "Born to Raise Hell."
Fuck. Can you imagine seeing like your sibling?
Oh yeah.
I mean, like
knowing it's him and that he did this thing that is beyond monstrous, like beyond. So when Speck realizes his picture's in the paper, he can't go anywhere. He's in this flop house and he doesn't know what to do. So he tries to commit suicide. He attempts suicide, drinks a bottle of old wine, breaks the bottle, and then slashes his wrists. But then at the 11th hour, calls downstairs and says, "Call an ambulance because I'm dying." And so they take him to they take him to Cook County Hospital. And Dr. Leroy Smith, who was a 25-year-old surgical student, had just read the newspaper.
Oh my God.
Saw the "Born to Raise Hell" tattoo detail. And when he walked up on this suicide case, sees that tattoo and says, or I think he just immediately called the cops. But then later when Richard Speck asked for water, he said, "Did you give any of those nurses water?" And just walked away.
Oh, fuck.
So, but then the cops were actually very careful. They like stayed around him the whole time because they knew this was this situation where like he could get killed before he ever gets tried. Yeah. Because he is such like for 3 days, this Chicago was in total terror.
Terrified.
So, also there were concerns because there was a recent Miranda case that vacated a conviction. Actually, for a number of criminals, vacated a bunch of convictions. So they didn't even question him for 3 weeks because they needed to make sure everything was like going to go exactly how it was supposed to go for the case.
Interesting.
Yeah. So when they finally do bring him to trial, they have to move it to Peoria, which is 3 miles away from Chicago, because they know there's no way they can get him a fair trial in Chicago. And there's a gag order on the press, which they used to do. I don't know why they don't do that anymore.
Oh, right. Where like you just can't publish anything.
There's no reporters allowed, and they let the whole thing proceed as it would naturally. Imagine.
Which would make sense because like once they're caught and going to trial, you don't need to know anything.
You just tell us what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end, yeah.
It's not the world we live in, though.
Nope.
So the beautiful part is they were so worried about Cora because of what she, this horrible thing she went through. Mm-hmm. And now she has to face him in court. And they were really worried that she wasn't going to be able to do it. Mm-hmm. Not only did she fucking do it, when they said, "Can you identify the killer? Is he in this room?" She stood up from the witness box, walked over to Richard Speck, pointed into his face. And they said she almost touched his face and said, "This is the man."
Holy shit.
And I just gave myself chills. And I love that so much.
Yeah.
Because it must have been the fucking scariest thing in the world.
Totally.
And she practically flicked his cheek. And
that's amazing.
They said because of that eyewitness account, the jury deliberated for 49 minutes before they came back with the death penalty.
Wow.
So on June 5th, Judge Herbert J. Passion sentenced Speck to die in the electric chair. But Illinois had to reverse his death penalty because they said that they unconstitutionally excluded potential jury members when they were trying to find the jury. Mm-hmm. So instead, the judge that was forced to vacate the death penalty gave him 1,200 years in prison. So every time he came up for parole after all the years he was in prison, he was denied within 10 minutes.
Good. I can't believe he even got a chance to plead his case for parole.
I mean, I think the thing at the end of the day, because they examined him, for like, was he insane?
Yeah.
Did he not know what he was doing? Was he incompetent or whatever? And there was a psychologist they did an examination of his brain, and they did see that the hippocampus, which involves memory, and the amygdala, which deals with rage and strong emotions, encroached upon each other. And the boundaries of the two were blurred. And a neurologist who examined the photos of those tissue samples, because the real tissue samples were sent to a Boston neurologist for further study and were lost or stolen.
Come on.
Of course. But a neurologist who examined photos of the tissue samples, along with the results of an EEG, said, "I've never heard of this type of abnormality in the history of neurology."
Weird.
So any abnormality that exceptional has got to have an exceptional consequence.
Wow.
So it's all that combined with the perfect storm of the horrible father, the childhood abuse, and he also was diagnosed with organic brain syndrome because of hit
his head as a kid.
That's right.
Ah!
He fell from a tree at White Rock Lake when he was an adolescent, and he suffered cerebral injuries.
Son of a bitch.
It's there again. Isn't that the weirdest thing in the world?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, also, I would just like to say he took Reds, I think is what they called them at the time, which was basically speed.
Uh-huh.
And he would take like handfuls of them at a time. And as a person who took Fen-Phen in the 90s, I would just like to say I would take 2 a day, and I was a monster.
Wow.
I was a lunatic on those pills for like 2 years. The fact that he like abused that kind, like amphetamines, he must have been. I mean, so he's already crazy,
monster.
He's already a monster, and then he's on pills that make you even more of a monster. So just to kind of like, to somehow connect with what happened in that dormitory, because it was like living hell.
Yeah.
And that's what drugs do to you.
Fuck.
I mean, not to be your mom about it.
Be my aunt about it.
No, look, the weird aunt is here in every way. Don't do what I do, kids. Here's the thing that everybody talks about Richard Speck, though. Aside from that terrible killing and being this like loathed mass murderer, there's a very famous video that got sent to Bill Curtis, our man Bill Curtis.
Bill.
That someone, an anonymous attorney, sent it to Bill Curtis in 1988, and someone inside the jail where he was. I don't know if it's Cook County or if it was in a different jail, but they made a video of what it was like to be a prisoner in this jail. And this is the video where Richard Speck is in women's underwear and no shirt, and he has small women's breasts because he was taking hormones to transition. While he was in jail, he was able to smuggle hormones in. So he had like kind of like very perky B cup breasts.
What? I've never seen this.
It's so disturbing. He sits there with no shirt on with his little boobs in women's underwear talking about these murders. And
what does he say?
Fucked. Well, he's clearly trying to be the big man.
Yeah.
Because there's another prisoner sitting next to him. So he's just talking about how strong you have to be to strangle somebody. And then it's not like you see it on TV. It takes a long time.
Oh my God.
And he talks about how the one of the women that he killed was flirting with him. Just crazy shit.
Holy shit.
When you see it, you're
disgusting.
like, yeah, it's, so they showed it. The Illinois legislature packed an auditorium and they showed it.
What?
And they ended up turning it off when it came to the part where Richard Speck started filleting the prisoner that he was sitting next to.
What in the actual fuck?
And it was basically I read somewhere that it said that they did it because they wanted to bring the death penalty back.
Oh.
They were mad that Illinois got rid of the death penalty, and it was basically trying to say, this is what's happening. They're just sitting in prison, having this great time. And that was one of the quotes Richard Speck said, if they knew how much fun I was having in here, they'd set me free.
Oh my God, dude.
But too bad for you, because Richard Speck died of a heart attack in prison.
Good.
And they say no one claimed the body, but he was cremated and his ashes were sprinkled somewhere. So somebody must have done something.
Where were they sprinkled?
They didn't say. Somewhere near Joliet.
Fuck.
And that is the super bummer story of Richard Speck.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, wow. So dark.
Yeah.
Karen, do you have any updates?
I do. Let's see. So in the year leading up to the trial of Richard Speck and those murders, the sole survivor, Corazon Amorao, became friends with the 4 policemen who guarded her while she was in protective custody. They took her shopping. They took her to mass. They taught her how to play poker. And then when it came time for her to testify, she asked for them to sit in the front row so that basically they were there for her while she did the hardest thing.
Wow. It's beautiful.
And then ultimately she went back to the Philippines. She got married and then moved back to the U.S. with her family. And she worked as a nurse in Washington, D.C. area until she retired. And now she is in her 80s. She's a grandmother. She's described as a very happy person who enjoys life and laughs a lot. And she still likes playing poker like those cops taught her.
Oh my God. I love her. I want her to be my grandma.
I mean, again, it's like this I feel like happens all the time when we talk about survivors. These people, the reason we love talking about them is like it's such an inspiring kind of galvanizing thing for yourself and the difficulty that you feel like you might be going through. You hear a story like that, hear Corazon being such an incredibly strong, like getting through it, making her life, like basically saying fuck you to that experience and making a life where she's happy.
Being brave and then also asking for something that she needs, like having those 4 officers in the front row. Like, what an incredible person and spirit.
Now it's time for Georgia's story. This one is about the Port Arthur Massacre.
Summer's for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
If you need an oil change, make the smart stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change before you hit the highway.
Their trained techs can help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
That means they're checking important things before you're halfway to your aunt's house with no cell service.
And these aren't just any techs. Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
The best part, you can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
So before your next long summer ride, pull into Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye. Grocery shopping seems like it should take 20 minutes.
And then 2 hours later, you're standing at the checkout with a frozen pizza and 6 different types of chips.
Lucky for you, there's Hungry Root.
Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped in one. They'll take care of the weekly grocery shopping and recommend groceries and meals tailored to you.
Once you tell them about your goals and preferences, they fill your cart with personalized recommendations. And those recommendations get smarter as Hungry Root learns more about what you did or didn't like.
Most of Hungry Root's recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less. You can't get any easier than one pan shakshuka. I've always said that.
Yeah, I love the convenience and also the fact that I don't have to go park anywhere.
Thank God Hungry Root's around to help us shop and help us build really healthy and delicious meals.
For a limited time, get 40% off your first order, plus get a free item in every box for life.
Go to hungryroot.com/MFM and use code MFM.
That's hungryroot.com/MFM, code MFM to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. Goodbye. We're about to give a big old high five to Australia.
Oh.
By talking about the deadliest mass shooting in Australian history, the Port Arthur Massacre.
Fuck.
Here we go. So it was early 1987. Martin Bryant, 19-year-old dude, IQ of 66. Yeah, that face you're making is correct.
Mm.
Meets a 54-year-old woman. She's a heiress to a lottery fortune. I'm sure. I don't know.
Did you call her a Harris?
Did I call her an heiress? I'm on pain pills. Heiress. I meant heiress.
I was like, she's one of the Harrises? What the fuck are you talking about?
Can we start over?
No, we cannot.
You guys, so much pain right now.
Use the pain.
I'm in so much pain.
She's a Harris.
She's a heiress.
Sorry.
Shit.
Sorry.
No, I'm glad you pointed that out. Otherwise, you'll be like, what the fuck? All right. 54-year-old Helen Mary Elizabeth Harvey is an heiress to a lottery fortune.
Well, sorry, if you win the lottery.
Like, I don't know if this means, so
You can't just call yourself a Harris.
Well, I don't know if she's a heiress to it's a share in the Tattersall's lottery fortune. So they could be like the head of a lottery.
Got it.
I don't know. Australia is different than here.
I guess if you started the lottery,
Right.
you're the richest one of all.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, so he's a lawnmower and he meets her while he's looking for more customers, and they befriend each other. He becomes a regular visitor to her. All right. You ready for some fucking Grey Gardens action?
Hello, yes.
All right. Neglected Newtown mansion, and assists with tasks such as feeding their 14 dogs that are living inside the house.
Yes, like me.
And the 40 cats living inside her garage.
Jesus.
Karen, you and I need to move there immediately.
All of our cat and dog dreams can come true.
And we have a hot, stupid 19-year-old fucking doing shit for us.
Just mowing that lawn.
Yeah. That's some Grey Gardens shit.
I mean, first of all, the level of dog and cat fighting, if you had 16 dogs and 40 cats.
Dude.
What the fuck?
Cats win.
I would just be walking around all day going, stop it! Stop it! It's smoky!
But you know, they're like, be nice to your sister.
But you have to do it with an Australian accent. I
won't even.
can't.
I don't want to
just
piss off a
can't
bunch
for
of
some
more
reason.
Australians
I know.
after incorrectly saying that one of their murders was from Or one of New Zealand's murders was
New Zealand.
based
They're
on
the
there.
ones that got pissed.
That's true.
And
All right.
they're the ones you don't fuck with.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. Okay, go ahead.
Harris. Anyways. Harris. Excuse me.
I like Harris.
Harris. So in June of 1990, the family or the house was finally reported to the health authorities, and medics found that Mary and her mom were in need of urgent hospital treatment. The 79-year-old mother, Hilva, died several weeks later. A cleanup order was placed, and Martin's father was like going to try to help clean everything up because he's like taking care of his stupid son all the time. So,
Should you be saying that?
well, he is a mass murderer. I don't think anyone cares.
That's okay.
No, you're right. I shouldn't be saying that.
I don't know. I'm so.
You're so scared of correction corner.
I mean,
You're correct. You're
my
correct.
correction corner just keeps getting bigger.
You come correct with
help
your
you. That's
correction
right.
corner.
Let's come correct.
Yeah. So Mary invites Martin to live with her in this mansion, and they start spending huge amounts of money. They purchase more than 30 new cars in less than 3 years.
What?
I know.
This is the Harris
the Harris.
and her lawnmower.
Harris and her hot, I don't know if he's hot, her fucking new boyfriend.
Got it.
Yeah.
Are they boyfriend girlfriend?
I don't know. I don't think it explicitly says, but I
Okay.
think it's like,
Part
if
of it.
they're not boning, there's some like relationship going
Okay,
on.
got it.
So, so Martin is reassessed for his pension, and a note attached to his paperwork says at the time, "Father protects him from any occasion which might upset him as he continually threatens violence. Martin tells me he would like to go around shooting people. It would be unsafe to allow Martin out of his parents' control." That's why I said they have to take care of his stupid son,
Right. I got it.
not because I'm a terrible person.
Right.
So in 91, Mary and Martin moved into a 72-acre farm, and the neighbors said he always carried an air gun and often fired at tourists as they stopped to buy apples at a stall on the highway. And he would roam around the property firing the gun at dogs when they barked at him, which is
Firing
probably
the air gun,
always
though? Yeah.
because he was a piece of shit. Probably.
Also, when you fire guns, it makes dogs bark. So it's kind of a self-perpetuating situation.
There you go.
Dog expert.
Firing gun at dog expert.
But it was an he was firing an air gun. So he was just going through the motions. Okay.
Yeah. So then on October 20th, 1992, Mary, his Harris, was killed in a car wreck
Oh, no.
when her car veered onto the wrong side of the road and hit an oncoming car directly. And Martin was inside the car at the time of the accident and he was hospitalized, but he was investigated by police because he had a habit of lunging for the steering wheel. And she had already had 3 accidents as a result of him doing this.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Then what? After the first time, aren't you like, you don't get to come into the car anymore?
She was an old Harris and like she needed company.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but my brother, if he's in the car with me and I'm driving, he fucks with me. I mean, he doesn't lunge at the steering wheel, but he fucking won't stop turning the fucking windshield wipers on every 5 fucking minutes. When we're stopped at a stoplight, he pulls the emergency brake every fucking time just to fuck with me.
That reminds me of my cousin Stevie. When he finally got his license, I was like 10 and he was 16, and he would drive me home from school. And then as he was driving down the road, he'd go, "Dead body," and just fall over. And I would have to jump over and start steering from the passenger seat.
It's so dangerous.
He did shit like that constantly.
Can I out Marty, my dad, real quick? When
Yes.
he used to drive us up to Lake Arrowhead where he lived for a while, like these dark, windy roads. And we'd say, "Dad, how would I drive?" And he'd go, "Georgia would drive like this." And then just start weaving all over the fucking road. And Lee, "How would I drive, Dad?" "Lee would drive like this." Dark fucking mountain, like no guardrail over. Georgia would drive. I think it was just to shut the fuck, like just shut us up.
Yes.
After 4
Well, and
hours.
it's boring. Yeah. I mean, it's boring to hang out with little kids. It's a bore.
Man,
Gotta make it interesting.
we almost died so many times.
God, that's so hilarious. I remember one time being so small that I could stand up in the back seat of my dad's VW Bug.
Uh-huh.
I could stand behind the driver's seat.
On the seat?
I was standing on the floor of the car. I was as tall as the seat. So I was probably 5.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really funny.
no.
I reached up and just covered my dad's eyes. And his reaction was to start laughing. But he was like, knock it off. And he would pull at my hands. And then that was like the game on that car trip. So I would do it. And then the next time I did it, I was like a little crazy monkey where I wouldn't take my hands off. Like he couldn't peel. And he was like, Karen, Jesus Christ, I'm done. You have to let go. I can't see. It was. Now I'm just having all these recovered memories of, because we lived out in the country too. So you had a lot longer before something bad was going to happen when stuff like that was going on.
How are we alive?
I don't know.
Maybe we're not.
You know what? Maybe this is a Jacob's Ladder situation that's not nightmarish.
That's just like going pretty well.
It's pretty fun, you guys. I like it.
That's why we're number 1 is because it's just it's just not real. There's like no way in real life.
A massive hallucination. And then we're about to get dropped into the bowels of hell.
Yeah. Chris Hardwick is like, why would you think that this would be real? That you would be bigger than me?
Oh, please. No one's bigger than Chris Hardwick.
I know. My head hurts. Okay.
And back.
What?
And back.
And my butt. So, okay. He was the sole beneficiary of her will and came into
Yes.
what $550,000. Not that much money. Well, I guess,
After taxes.
Yeah, and he didn't know shit about money. His mother applied and was granted guardianship of the money. So his assets were under the management of public trustees because he had diminished intellectual capacity.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So after her death, Martin's father, Maurice, looked after the farm that they had fucking lived on with all the animals. And he returned home after the hospital to convalesce. Let's see. His father had been prescribed antidepressants, and 2 months later, on August 14th, a visitor looking for the father, Maurice, found a note saying, "Call the police," pinned to the door, and found several $1,000s in his car. There was no criminal intent suspected. Let's see. They searched the property without success. Divers were called to search the 4 dams on the property, and on August 16th, his body was found in the dam closest to the farmhouse with one of Martin's diving weight belts around his neck. Police described the death as unnatural and that the death was ruled a suicide. And Martin inherited his father's money as well.
Sorry,
Okay.
No, just they ruled it unnatural.
I think meaning he had committed suicide, not that he was murdered.
Okay. Dang. Okay.
Yeah, so like he didn't fall in on accident.
I got it.
Okay, so Martin becomes super weird.
So now he's by himself?
Yeah, I think his mom like can't keep custody of him, so he's living on this place. He becomes super weird. He starts instead of dressing normally, wears gray linen suit, cravat. I don't know what that is.
That's French for a tie.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Linen skin shoes and a Panama hat while carrying a briefcase during the day, telling anyone who listened that he had a well-paying career.
So he's playing successful adult.
Yeah.
Got it.
And he got super lonely. He starts visiting various overseas countries more than 14 times in 2 years.
Oh.
He's like basically living the life all of us want without the murder part.
Right.
I don't. Just like enjoy it, dude.
Yeah.
He hates all the destinations he goes to, but he enjoys the flights as he could speak to the people sitting next to him who had no choice but to listen and be polite.
Okay.
Yeah. This is when you stop having any.
There's no empathy
sympathy,
left.
no.
Yeah.
He's getting shit-faced all the time. He's drinking a lot of booze. Oh, I wanted to tell you that he drinks half a bottle of Sambuca and a bottle of Bailey's Irish Cream every day, supplemented with port wine.
What?
That is
me
all.
when I'm 23? Does he also smoke cloves? The fuck?
That is all just the sweetest. That's, man.
No, that's like saying you just drink a milkshake.
Yeah. That's the equivalent of hitting your head as a kid.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Wait, Sambuca and Bailey's.
Sambuca, Bailey's, and port wine, which is just sweet dessert wine.
Oh.
It's disgusting.
That's like drinking barf.
Yeah. He's drinking what like a sorority girl drinks her first time drinking.
Yeah.
And her second. All right. Day of the shooting.
Sorry.
Here we go. His first victims are poor David and Sally Martin. No relation. Oh wait, no, his first name's Martin, so of course it wouldn't be. Anyways, moving on. They own the bed and breakfast guest house that the Martins had bought. So this family had bought the B&B that Bryant's father had wanted to buy. And he believed that the Martins had deliberately bought the property to hurt his family and blamed them for the depression that led to his dad's death.
Oh.
So he shoots them in the guest house, and then he goes to Port Arthur ruins, and he enters the Broad Arrow Cafe. He eats, and then he goes to the back of the cafe, sets a video camera on a vacant table, takes out a semi-automatic rifle, and begins shooting patrons and staff. And within 15 seconds, he had fired 17 shots, killing 12 people and wounding 10. Then he walks to the other side of the shop and fires 12 more times, killing another 8 people and wounding 2. He then changes magazines before fleeing, shooting 6 people in the car park. And from his car, as he drove away, 4 were killed and an additional 6 were injured.
Oh my fuck. And he recorded it on a video camera?
This guy's a piece of shit. Drives down the road.
Well, he's crazy though. I mean, like he's not okay in any way.
He's insane.
Oh.
He goes down the road. Wait, it gets worse. There's a woman and her 2 children walking. He stops and fires 2 shots, killing the woman and the child she was carrying.
Oh.
And the older child gets killed too. I don't want to. Then he steals a BMW by killing all 4 of its occupants.
God damn.
And then a short distance down the road, he stops beside a couple in a white Toyota and, drawing his weapon, ordered the man into the boot of the BMW. After shutting the boot, he fires 2 shots into the windscreen of the Toyota, killing the female driver.
Ugh.
Goes back to the guest house with the guy in his trunk, sets the stolen car on fire, and takes the hostage inside with with the corpses of the B&B people. So he goes back to the B&B.
But he didn't light the car on fire and leave the guy
no,
inside.
no,
Okay.
The police get there and they try to negotiate for many hours, and then the phone dies in the battery phone dies. His only demand was to be transported in an army helicopter to an airport. Like, you're gonna fucking get away, dude. Just
66 IQ. He's just improving.
So at some point he kills his hostage.
Oh.
The next morning, it's been 18 hours since he's been there. He sets fire to the guest house and attempts to escape. He gets burns on his back and butt and was captured and taken to the hospital, and he's treated and kept under heavy guard. So initially he pleads not guilty to the 35 murders.
Oh my God.
And didn't provide any confession. However, he changed his plea to guilty before a court hearing in November 19th, 1996. Found guilty of all charges. The judge orders that all evidence for the case be sealed. I don't understand. I guess he just doesn't want the video to get out.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
If he's already pleaded guilty, he's going to go to jail. So yeah, that guy was like, we're shutting this circus down
Let's
now.
not make this be a thing.
That's good.
He's sentenced to 35 life sentences, as many people as he killed, plus 1,035 years in prison.
Ooh.
So he's still there in solitary confinement. No one but his immediate family is allowed to visit him. He's never to be released. It says no parole, which is very rare in Australia. The majority of murder sentences allow for the possibility of parole after a long prison sentence.
Mm-hmm.
So his motivation for the massacre remains a guarded secret, only known to his lawyer, who is bound not to reveal without his client's consent. So we don't know what triggered it, why he started, what made him fucking go over the edge, but obviously all of these
like slow build for a while.
Yeah, that I had described are.
And they don't suspect that he killed his father and made it look like a suicide, right?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, that's wow.
So the Port Arthur Massacre, but I mean, it brought everyone together. It made people aware, and I mean, it's just this horrible thing. So
Wait,
Martin Bryant, dick.
What? I guess you wouldn't know, but like, it just makes me think: was that location part of his reason, part of the thing that hasn't been explained?
Totally. Or was there one person of those 35 that he was specifically targeting?
The video, it just freaks me out.
Why would he put a video camera out
It's
there?
so there is such a plan in place, obviously.
It's such a I want everyone to know how I feel. It's almost like this, look how awful I feel.
Yes. Right. And also, look what I can do.
Yeah.
And look what, it's that thing of that's guns, is look at the control I have over the world I live in.
Look how little safety you actually have, even though you think you have.
It's my world. You're just players in it.
Right. Right. And the you think you have the serene safety, and I can fucking change that in a moment.
Also, I wonder what, if he had head injuries in that car accident. I mean, a head-on collision where the one person dies.
I think he did.
God, that's heavy.
I know. Should we read a hometown?
Isn't this 9 hours long already?
You're right. Let's do a separate hometown murder next week. All right. Thanks for listening. You guys are the best. We love you
we love you
like that.
that.
And I forgot how we ended this because I'm on.
Oh, I know how. We end by me telling you to stay sexy.
And me telling you, don't get murdered. Elvis wants a cookie?
He knows.
Elvis, I know he does. Want a cookie? He totally knows.
You know your lines.
Good boy.
Stay over here.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
We're back. Georgia, 2 questions. Do you have any updates? And can you pronounce the word heiress now?
Heiress. I say it all the time now just to show off, honestly.
You're learned how much you've learned on this show.
Oh, heiress? Why did you just say that?
Is there an heiress in the attic?
All right, so some updates. Following the massacre, Prime Minister John Howard spearheaded stricter gun control measures in Australia. And this led to the development of the National Firearms Agreement, or NFA, in 1996. The NFA makes it clear that owning a gun, hey, think of this, is a privilege, not a right, and is only allowed when public safety is guaranteed. Remember them, the public?
Yeah.
And their fucking safety? It banned people from owning fully automatic and semi-automatic guns. No one fucking needs those. Created consistent rules around gun licensing and registration across the country, and instituted a buyback program that resulted in 700,000 guns being surrendered to authorities and destroyed. And that was about a third of all the guns in Australia at the time. Just shows you that people wanted that change.
Yes.
You know?
People don't want to live in fear like this. People don't want to hear about children being murdered in grammar school. People don't want this.
I don't want to hear about the newfangled fucking bulletproof backpack for children.
Yeah, it's not their responsibility. All right, well, that's a lot of show right there. And the original title of this big show is
Don't say it again.
30 Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. We'll never have to say it again.
Oh my God.
I mean, whatever. It's the past. What could we do in the future?
2016? Come on. So long ago. So we would, today in the future, we would name it maybe a pain-free hour when you're talking to me in a soothing voice about my awful sciatica.
And then there's also when we were talking about we never know who's supposed to go first in every episode, and somebody said the charm of not knowing.
That's that one.
That's a really good one.
That explains so much about this podcast, I feel
That is us in capital letters right there.
Charming and not knowing.
Ignorant, charming.
Blissful.
Thank you guys so much for being here with us in this little review. We're glad that you like this. We're glad that you like this podcast.
We appreciate you and all of the things.
We like you back. Stay sexy.
And don't get murdered. Goodbye. Elvis, do you want a cookie?
Hey, everybody. Here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
The kids are back in school. Now it's your turn to head back to the beach.
During Cheap Caribbean's Back to Beach sale, save $200 site-wide on vacation packages of 4 nights or more with code 200BEACH.
Trade school drop-offs for beach walks, lunch boxes for beach bars, and your daily routine for adults-only relaxation.
Use code 200BEACH and get more beach for less money.
Book your beach vacay today at cheapcaribbean.com. Goodbye.
Bye.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.